Alright, so what I opted to do was, I decided that this is probably shot anyways. I pulled, not that one, but I pulled the other side's one out, passenger side, and you can see there, I'm pretty sure they glued it down at some point. That's why it really wouldn't come out, and some of that stuff is still stuck on there pretty good, and that one was just, it's over there, you can see it. It's destroyed, I lost it. As it turns out, the bigger ones are actually the cheaper plugs for some reason, and these are like $6 and these are like $4, so I don't know what's up with that, why the bigger ones would be cheaper, but that's besides the point. I'll just buy a few down the road depending on how many I need, how this goes, but I couldn't decide whether I was just gonna, like, you know, I was like, I'll just PR15 over this and then just bedline over this and forget about it, or if I should take this out and, you know, do it the right way like I want to do with these, to leave them here so I can tape over them and have them later on even after I bedline it. But I decided, I was like, okay, for now, I'll just, I'll take out these two since I already lost that one. These two came out, and I'll take those two out on the corresponding sides to these. I'll tape off this one, and I'll go ahead and tape off this one. And we'll get to the PR15. I just decided I'm probably going to lose this anyway, so I try to take it out just because the bottom I can't really get to the underneath here, and on the top this is on here really good. So I was like, well, you know what, I'll leave it there for now, and in the future I'll take it out, and if it crumbles then, it crumbles then. So other than that, this side is pretty much good. I got this taped off so I don't, you know, PR15 over my gas pedal, that would probably not be good. These pedals are certainly taking their toll though. Might think about getting new ones. I don't know how much those cost, or maybe like make pads for these, but this side's pretty much almost all good. I scraped off most of the dead rust here, and I'm just going to clean this whole side out, and then that side, I'm going to keep trying this. The thing about that side is, this paint is really, it'd have been so much nicer if they just hadn't done this, because it didn't make it look any better. I'm sorry if you thought that actually made it look better. You're wrong, it didn't. But also now I'm working on trying to get, like, this is all coming off, and then this, like, is there rust under here, you know what I mean? I'm trying to figure that out. Like, this here is okay. So this side's going to be less clean. This side, I got a clean definition of what I want to PR15. It'll probably come out looking good on that side. This side, not that it matters, this is just going to be bedlined over anyways, but this side, it's going to be kind of sloppy. It's going to kind of be like, and then kind of like in the cracks and the creases and stuff, but, so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and tape off that one and go ahead and start the process and hope it turns out well. Yeah, doesn't that look nice? I think that looks pretty good myself. Got all that rust gone. I loved it when I had the rust gone here, and then I was still, you know, looking at the rust here, and I was saying before I even did this that I had all the water coming in here, and I was getting kind of worried about it, but I don't gotta worry anymore. That's all that rust gone. It didn't stick too well right around there. It's mostly because there was no rust there, and kind of here wasn't really rust, but I didn't you know, scrape up the surface as good as I could have, but I think it's okay. I was really just targeting the rust, and the rest was sort of just to be a, you know, a clean kind of position. You got kind of like that there, but there was no point in kind of doing where there wasn't any rust at all. And then you got the passenger side, and that's just, oh, doesn't it look good? I think that looks good. That's just, I think this is a way better idea than trying to just brush off that rust, you know, sand it a little bit and then bedline the thing. I think this is a much better option, even just for right now, even just for, you know, a day. This is already just much nicer. And then when the time comes to get this out and bedline the whole thing, this stuff will just sand much better, and I think it'll stick to the PR15 once it's sanded, because I've seen recommendations for the PR15 where it says, you know, put it on rust and then it becomes a good solid sandable surface for anything else, paint, anything. Which actually makes me think right this second that I wouldn't have to worry about the undercoating, because no sunlight gets there, and even if it did, who cares? But in here, actually, sunlight could get to this, so I've seen this stuff when it's actually, of all things, it's UV susceptible, and it will fade into like a kind of a grayish yellow if you don't, the gloss black will fade away if you don't paint over it. I mean, I don't really care, because I'm just going to bedline over anyways, but that's just, I wonder if that's going to happen. My door usually isn't open, but sometimes I leave it open and stuff, and yeah, so this is looking really nice. I also did the teeny little piece back here, so I don't have to look at that anymore either. That piece is actually kind of bugging me too. And then it's just a little bit over there and a little bit over there, I think, that I missed and I didn't get right there the first time. And that'll be it for the inside. The inside will be rust-free, which is just beautiful. I mean, you can just take a look at this. I'm very happy with that. That came out very nice. I did decide to leave those two plugs in there. Probably what's going to end up happening is I'm going to go ahead and take try to take all of these out, and they're all just going to break on me. That's the feeling I have. Like I said, I think I'm going to leave these in back here, these top ones, because I might as well, but I am going to take these out, and I'm probably, I mean, there's not one here, but I'm probably just going to lose those anyways. So I'll probably end up having to order 2, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5, 6 of the oval ones, and 2 of the little ones. Which isn't too bad. I'm surprised they cost so much, but I guess it's nice that they still make them at all, so can't complain about that. And the one other major thing I should say, and I thought about doing making my guide for how to apply the PR15 starter kit, because it's, if I can do it, anyone can do it, and it's very easy. And I pretty much got it down to memory now, but I did. I kind of held my breath when I got to it, because I've heard horror stories, not horror stories, but stories of guys who, you know, they use PR15 but they don't use the whole little thing because it actually goes a long way, and then they close the can they give you, which I'd show you if I hadn't already cleaned up. That's just the kind of guy I am. I'm a cleanup guy. Do the job and then clean up. But the little can you get with it, they put the top back on after using it, and then they can't get the top back up because this stuff just seals. So I had heard Glad wrap or press and seal wrap had you know, you put it right over it and then put the thing on. Worked really well, and I put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the refrigerator. Worked beautifully. The thing came right off. It was messy, of course. I figured it would be, but I think it was as clean as a messy situation could be. So I highly recommend that, or I've heard other people move it into other containers. Like I had a glass jar standing by just in case to pour it into the glass jar and then seal the top, which probably would have been even cleaner, but my method was just as good and worked really well. So I'm going to be adding that to the first impressions video, and yeah, I'm just overzealous, overjoyed about this. This is really nice. It may look a little messy, but compared to the rust, there's almost no more visible rust anymore, which is good, because I get sick of looking at rust. That's me. So yeah, with this going good, I still got, I'd say I have half that little can left, and then plenty of the Marine Clean and Metal Ready. And I think I'm going to be starting to target some of the worser places under here. So I'm actually looking forward to that, waging the war against rust, and PR15 is winning that war.